fish produced the same kind of electricity. It's just that it was less intense. Now, for a physicist like me, this marks a crucial turning point, because it's the moment when two genuinely innovative scientific ideas first crop up. What Cavendish refers to as the amount of electricity we now call electric charge, and its intensity is what we call the potential difference, or voltage. So the Leyden jar's shock was high voltage but low charge, whereas the fish was low voltage and high charge. And it's possible to actually measure that. Hiding at the bottom of this tank under the sand is the torpedo marmorata, and it's an electric ray. You can just see its eyes protruding from the sand. This is a fully grown female, and I'm going to try and measure the electricity it gives off with this bait. I've got this fish connected to a metal rod and hooked up to an oscilloscope to see if I can measure the voltage as it catches its prey. So here goes. Oh, there's one. And there's another one. The fish gave a shock of about 240 volts, the same as mains electricity, but still roughly 10 times less than the Leyden jar. Well, that would have given me quite a nasty shock, and I can only try and imagine what it must have been like for scientists in the 18th century to witness this. An animal, a fish, producing its own electricity. Cavendish had shown that the torpedo fish made electricity, but he didn't know if it was the same kind of electricity as that made from an electrical machine.
Is the electrical shock that a torpedo produces, is it the same as produced by an electrical machine? Or are there two kinds? Is there a kind that's generated artificially, or is there a kind of animal electricity that only exists in living bodies? And this is a huge debate that divided opinion for several decades.
And out of that bitter debate came a new discovery. The discovery that electricity needn't be a brief shock or spark, but could actually be continuous. And the generation of continuous electricity would ultimately propel us into our modern age. But the next step in the story of electricity would come about because of a fierce personal and professional rivalry between two Italian mariners. This is Bologna University, one of the oldest in Europe. In the late 18th century, the city of Bologna was ruled from papal Rome, which meant that the university was powerful but conservative in its thinking. It was steeped in traditional Christianity, one where God ruled.
Already evicted.
Tashi, Rebecca, Kevin.
This week, Mark walked.
Only to serve him.
Walked.
I'm going tomorrow morning. As of this moment, you are no longer a housemate.
And Fear and Mersey, fierce eviction.
She's talking shit. She's talking shit.
It's becoming very difficult and very hard for her to cope.
Tonight, a new housemate goes in. But first...
This is Pavia, only 150 miles from Bologna, but by the end of the 18th century, worlds apart from Italy. It was part of the Austrian Empire, which put it at the very heart of European Enlightenment. Liberal in its thinking, politically radical, and obsessed with the new science of electricity. It was also home Alessandro Volta. Alessandro Volta couldn't have been more unlike Galvani. From an old Lombardy family, he was young, arrogant, charismatic, a real ladies' man, and he courted controversy. Unlike Galvani, he liked to show off his experiments on an international stage to any audience. Volta's ideas were unfettered by Galvani's religious dogma. Like Benjamin Franklin,